The top floor of John Corporation in Seoul was unnaturally quiet, which means something dangerous was about to happen. John Jungkook sat behind his massive glass desk, sleeves rolled up, jaw sharp, eyes focused on report like they personally offended him. Across from him stood his secretary Min Yoongi, calm, composed, suspiciously calm. Yoongi stepped forward and placed a thick stack of paper on the desk. Sir, this needs your signature. Jungkook didn't even look up. Important? Yes. Reviewed throughoutly. That was enough. Jungkook trusted Yoongi with his life, his schedule, his coffee order, his corporate empire. So he signed it. Page 1, flip. Page 2, flip. Page 3, flip. Yoongi watches and smiled. Not a big smile, just a small one. The kind that usually means something was about to suffer. Jungkook finished signing and leaned back in the chair. What deal was that? He asked casually. Yoongi clasped his hand behind his back. Sir, congratulations. We secured the design partnership deal. Jungkook nodded without looking up. Good. Who is the creative head? He asked, already reaching for his coffee. The conference room, which had been filled with department heads, suddenly felt like someone sucked the oxygen out. One manager stared at the floor. The intern looked like he wanted to evaporate. Hyungi's smile widened just a fraction. Kim Dong. The pen slipped from Jungkook's finger. It hit the desk, rolled, fell on the floor. The sound echoed like a gunshot. Jungkook slowly lifted his head. Which Kim Dong? He asked very calmly, very dangerously. Hyungi inhaled once. Your ex-husband, Kim Dong. Silence. The AC humid. Someone's throat clicked. Somewhere in Busan, Kim Dong sneezed. Jungkook stood up, not abruptly, just over show emotion. He adjusted his cufflink first. Cancel it. Jungkook. Yoongi tilted his head. The penalty fee is 12 billion won. Buzz. Jungkook blinked. What? Yoongi continued smoothly. Also, the board already approved it. Public announcement goes live in 20 minutes. Jungkook stares at him. You knew. Yes. You let me sign. You trust me, sir. That is betrayal. This is leadership. The room remained frozen. One brave executive whispered, Should we step out? Yes. Jungkook said flatly. Everyone fled like the building was on fire. Now it was just Jungkook and Yoongi. You planned this. Jungkook guessed. Yoongi shrugged lightly. Your company need allied branding. Director Kim's firm is the best. You could have told me. You would have said no. Correct. Exactly. Jungkook dragged a hand down his face. 3 years, 3 peaceful, Daewon-free years, and now schedule the first meeting. Jungkook muttered. Yoongi's eyes glimmered. It's tomorrow. Jungkook froze. In person? Of course it's in person. A muscle in Jungkook's jaw tightened. What time? 9 a.m. Jungkook gave a cold laugh. He hates morning. Yes. You're enjoying this? Immensely. Jungkook picked up the signed contract again, staring at Daewon's company name printed neatly across the top. His chest tightened in a way he absolutely refuses to analyze. Prepare the conference room, he said quietly. Yes, sir. Yoongi turned to leave, then buzzed at the door. Oh, and sir, Jungkook looked up. Director Kim personally requested to lead this project. Silence. Somewhere in Busan, Daewon sneezed again. 9 a.m. The conference room at John Corporation in Seoul had never felt this tense before. Executive sat stiffly, laptop open, screens glowing. No one breathed properly. At exactly 9 a.m., the class door slid open, and Kim Daewon walked in, not entered, walked in, like the building belonged to him. Black tourist suit, silky shirt, slightly unbuttoned, rings glittering, hair styled effortlessly, like he woke up looking expensive. He didn't rush, he didn't hesitate. He walked like a census queen. Behind him, the designer team followed like backup dancers to a runway king. And at the head of the table stood John Jungkook, CEO, untouchable. Because the moment his eyes landed on Daewon, everything else disappeared. 3 years, 3 entire years, and somehow Daewon looked even more breathtaking, sharper now. Softer eyes, confident, wrapped around him like perfume. Jungkook forgot to blink, forgot to breathe. forgot that he was supposed to be a powerful, emotionally unavailable CEO. He just stared and stared and stared. Thong noticed it. Of course he did. A small smirk tugged at his lip. He was impressed. John Jungkook, the man who never lost composure in front of investors, 4 billion, completely frozen. Because of him, around the table, executive exchanged glances. One intern directly typed, CEO access has stopped working. Hyungi stood beside Jungkook, watching the scene unfold with the serenity of a man who predicted this exact outcome. He slowly cleared his throat. The sound slices through Jungkook's dress. Jungkook blinked once, twice, reality snapping back into place. He straightened his posture immediately, expression turning cold and untouchable, professional, detached, untouched. He adjusted his cuffling as if he hadn't just mentally revived every memory of his ex-husband under 10 seconds. Let's begin. Shaku slid flatly, opening the presentation screen. He didn't look at Dong, not once, as if Dong was another business partner, as if his heart hadn't just attempted a reunion tour. Dong tilted his head. Cute. So we are pretending? Fine. He stepped forward slow, measured. The click of his shoe against the marble floor echoed through the silence room. Every employee watched, the distance between them reduced. Dong stopped beside Jungkook's shirt, close enough for Jungkook to feel his collar, close enough for old memories to whisper. Then Dong leaned slightly forward, voice smooth, teasing, dangerous. Looking like you got lost in my eyes again, Mr. Jeon. Gasp. Actual gasp. An executive dropped his pen. Hyungi pinches the bridge of his nose. Jungkook's jaw flexed. Dong took another step. Now he was right next to Jungkook's shirt, and he reached out. Jungkook didn't answer. For a second, he genuinely couldn't. Dong noticed it. Of course he did. A slow, satisfied sneer covered his lips as he crossed his arms. Get up. Several executives shocked. Jungkook brows forward slowly. Excuse me? Dong didn't blink. Get up. The audacity. You won't the boss? Jungkook's voice dropping. To get up from his own shirt? Yes. Why? Dong rolled his eyes dramatically. Because I want to sit there. A vein ticket near Jungkook temple. And why? Jungkook leaned back slightly, pen sipping between his fingers, fully facing Dong now. Do you think the boss would give you his shirt? Dong shrugged like it was the simplest thing in the world. Because I want to sit there. A few employees stared at the table like it held the secret of the universe. Jungkook let out a low chuckle. If you want to sit, go sit there. He pointed at his shirt directly opposite him. The designer cased shirt. Safe, professional, distance. Dong glanced at it, then back at Jungkook, then he snickered. Oh! He stepped closer, close enough that Jungkook could feel the warmth radiating from him, close enough that the room felt 10 degrees hotter. Dong leaned down slightly, both hands landing casually on Jungkook's thighs for balance. A collective gasp echoed. Jungkook inhaled sharply. Even though layers of fabric, they could feel the firm muscles beneath his palm. Oh, strong, very strong, he thought. He smiled, slow, dangerous smile. Are you getting up? Dong murmured, voice dropping into the shaky tone Jungkook used to lose argument to. Or do you want me to sit on your lap? Someone dropped a laptop charger. Hyungi closed his eyes briefly, questioning his life choice. Jungkook swallowed hard. His mind betrayed him. Flashes of old memories, old night, old laughter in his exact kind of proximity. Dong leaned closer, closer. A teasing smile playing on his lip. His finger lifted, hovering near Jungkook's cheek, just about to trace the edge of his jaw. And that snapped Jungkook back. He grabbed Dong's wrist, not harsh, but firm, and pushed him back just enough to create space. Then he stood up abruptly, the chair rolled slightly behind him, without looking at Dong, without meeting his eyes. Jungkook walked around the table and took the seat that had originally meant for Dong. He sat stiffly, hands clasped, eyes powered, professional mask fully back in place. The room was silent. Dong blinked once, then twice. Then slowly a smile spread across his face. Impressed, very impressed. He turned, adjusted his blazer, and gracefully lowered himself into Jungkook's former chair. Comfortable, victorious, like a king reclaiming a throne. Much better. Thong said casually, leaning back. Hyungi opened his notebook. Shall we begin the meeting? He asked dryly, because clearly this was going to be a very long partnership. Adjusting the height, Thong swayed slightly. Tilted the armchair. This is comfortable, he must say. You upgraded since I left. Several executive roles. Shankuk didn't look at him, didn't react. He simply opened the presentation file from Thong's team and projected it into the large screen. Let's focus, Shankuk said evenly. Thong rested his chin on his hand. Of course, Mr. John. The way he said it, illegal. Tong began presenting the new brand strategy, and he was good, confident, voice clear vision, creative direction, sharp and bold. Jungkook tried. He truly tried to focus only on the numbers. But Tong had always been like this, magnetic, passionate. When he talked about art, his eyes lit up in a way that made people want to believe in whatever he believed in. Jungkook's finger tightened around the pin. Focus. This direction leans heavily into emotional branding. Jungkook interrupted softly. Tong smiled slowly. Yes, it's risky. It's impactful. It could land conservative investors. It could double your market engagement. The room went quiet. They weren't arguing, they were dancing. Carpet tango. Jungkook leaned forward slightly. And you are certain this is right approach? Tong leaned back in Jungkook's chair, deliberately, silent once. Then still I don't submit work I am not certain about. They made eye contact, unbroken, impressive confidence. Jungkook said calmly, then he clicked the next slide. However, slide 14, rollout timeline is unrealistic. Tong eyebrow lifted. My team ran 3 simulations and my analytic department ran 5. A subtle challenge. Tong smirked dependent. Are you doubting my capability? I am questioning your optimism. Sob gas. Yoongi typed something in his note that definitely not was about business. Tong stood up slowly and walked around the table, not toward Jungkook this time, just pacing, commanding attention. You always did underestimate emotion, Tong said lightly. That's why your campaign lacked warmth. A hit, direct, personal. Jungkook jaw thickened. And you always let emotion override logic. Another hit. They weren't talking about marketing anymore. The entire board knew it. Tong stopped walking. He looked at Jungkook for a long second, then said quietly, if you had trusted my vision before, maybe things would have worked. The room felt like it tilted. Jungkook's composure shook. Just slightly, Yoongi cleared his throat again. Professional reminder. Jungkook exhaled slowly. This is a business partnership. He said evenly. Let's keep it that way. Tong held his gaze. Then he smiled bright. Professional, dangerous. Of course, CEO John. And just like that, the mask was back on. After another hour of intense back and forth, the deal was tentatively approved. Employees scrambled out of the room the second Jungkook said, we will proceed. The door closed. Silence. Just the two of them. Tong still in Jungkook's chair. Jungkook still seated in Tong's. Irony at his finest. For the moment, neither spoke. Then Tong softly ran his finger along the armscene. You always liked this chair. Jungkook's voice was quiet. You always liked taking what's mine. Tong looked up, and you always let me. Silence, heavy, loading, unfinished. The conference room doors flew open. Employees instantly pretended to work. Keyboard clicked aggressively, papers flying dramatically. Jungkook and Taeyong stepped out, still arguing. This timeline is unrealistic, Jungkook said sharply, walking beside him. It's important. Taeyong shot back. Not everything needs to move at your robotic pace. I prefer structured execution, and I prefer reserve with soul. They walked through the corridor, stopped, subtly leaned to listen. This isn't an art gallery, Taeyong. This is corporation, Jungkook said. And corporations survive because of impact that spreadsheet. Taeyong snapped. Jungkook stopped walking. So now you are saying I don't understand impact? I am saying you don't understand people. They heavily went quiet. Jungkook eyes darkened. Don't you make this personal. Taeyong laughed dryly. You made it personal 3 years ago. There it was. The employees had collectively lowered it, but ears widened. Jungkook's voice dropped. We agreed not to drag this into this. We agreed on a lot of things. Taeyong replied, eyes slashing. Look how that turned out. The manager nearly walked into the wall. Jungkook stepped closer. You walked away. You stopped listening. I was building a future. You were building everything except us. Silence. Thick, raw. Even Yoongi standing near the reception desk said. Taeyong shook his head, frustration finally breaking through his polished exterior. You know what? This is pointless. He turned sharply and started walking toward the exit. Fast, angry, breathing uneven. Jungkook ran a hand through his hair, exhaling sharply. Taeyong. But Taeyong didn't slow down. He didn't look back. He didn't see the low corner of the desk ahead. His legs slammed into it. Ah! The palace shook. For a split second, everything slowed. Taeyong tilted forward, the office gasped, and then strong arms wrapped around his waist. Firm, steady, secure. Jungkook. He had moved without thinking, without hesitation, without pride. Taeyong back hit Jungkook's chest instead of the marble floor. Jungkook gripped tightened, pulling him upright. For a moment, they froze like that. Too close, too familiar. The entire office stared. The CEO, who doesn't mix personal with business, holding his ex-husband like something precious. Jungkook's voice came out low and breathless near Taeyong's ear. Watch, where are you going? It wasn't anger, it was worry. Taeyong's heartbeat was racing. He wasn't sure if it was from almost falling or from the way Jungkook was holding him. He slowly looked down at the arm still wrapped around his waist, then at the hand gripping his forearm. Still strong, still warm, still safe. You can let go. Taeyong muttered softly, but he didn't move away. Jungkook hesitated just a second too long. The office collectively stopped breathing. Yoongi whispered under his breath. Unbelievable. Finally, Jungkook releases him carefully, like letting go required efforts. Taeyong straightened his blazer, recognizing composure, but his cheeks were faintly flushed. You are always bad at walking out in anger, Jungkook said quietly. Taeyong looked up at him. And you always had good reflexes? Idiot. Their eyes looked, the argument forgotten, the contract irrelevant, the employees witnessed the history. Then Taeyong cleared his throat, stepping back. Don't think this changes anything. Jungkook shot at it. It didn't. But neither of them sounded convinced. The entire office knew one thing very clearly. This partnership was going to be a disaster. Or a reunion? Possibly both. 2 hours later, the entire top floor of Jeon Corporation in Seoul felt like it was under emotional emergency protocol. CEO Jeon was not in a good mood. 3 managers had been corrected. One presentation was sent back. The air felt personally attacked. Min Yoongi sat at the desk typing calmly because unlike everyone else, he knew the root cause Kim Taeyong. Just then, Yoongi's phone buzzed. He glanced at the screen and immediately stood up. I am coming, he said quietly in a phone before hanging up. He adjusted his blazer and walked straight into Jungkook's office without knocking. Bold, dangerous, necessary. Jungkook didn't look up at on the stacks of paper in front of him. What? Sir, Yoongi began carefully. May I take a 1 hour leave? Silence. Then Jungkook slowly flipped a page. No. Yoongi blinked. Sir, you will suffer for 2 more hours in this office today. Yoongi's eyes widened. But why, sir? What did I do? Jungkook finally looked up, deadpanned. You brought disaster to this office. Now suffer with me. Yoongi stared, processing. Then it clicked. Are you talking about Kim Taeyong? Jungkook gazed sharpened. Correct. He looked back down at his paperwork. Now suffer. Yoongi stood there for a full 5 seconds. But sir, he tried again. It's just a deal. We will over this soon, I promise. No response. And right now, Yoongi continued cautionally. I have a date. A pen stopped moving. If I don't go, Yoongi said voice serious now. I won't be able to marry that person in the future. Jungkook's eyebrows twitched slightly. Please, sir, I need 1 hour, just one. I'll be back soon, I promise. Jungkook signed another document aggressively. No. Hyungi needed desperate time. He clasped his hands together dramatically. I swear to Kim Tong I will work 1 extra hour tomorrow. Please, let me go. The pain snapped. Jungkook's head shot up. What the fuck, Hyungi? Hyungi laughed awkwardly. I panicked. You are swearing on my ex now? It felt impactful. Jungkook stared at him in disbelief. You have lost your mind? Sir, with respect, you lost your first. Silence. Very dangerous silence. Hyungi smiled nervously. Please. Jungkook leaned back in his chair. Who is this person? Hyungi blinked. Sir, the date. Hyungi hesitated. It's serious. Jungkook narrowed his eyes. Serious? Like marriage serious? Yes. More serious than corporate contracts? Emotionally, yes. Jungkook looked offended. Hyungi quickly added, No financially, sir. Never financially. Another heavy silence filled the room. Then Jungkook exhaled sharply. Fine. Before Hyungi froze. Get out. Hyungi didn't move. Before I changed my mind, Hyungi almost saluted. Thank you, sir. And Hyungi, Jungkook called and Hyungi paused at the door. If you get married before me, I will demote you. Hyungi blinked slowly. That's not how life works. Get out. Hyungi grinned and escaped before Jungkook could revoke the permission. The door shut. Silence returned. Jungkook stared at the papers in front of him, but he wasn't reading anymore. Jungkook, mind replayed, Thong in his chair, Thong arguing, Thong almost falling, Thong in his arm. Jungkook closed his eyes briefly, disaster. He muttered, but his voice didn't sound angry, it sounded shaken. He was replaying the hallway scene again and again and again. His phone vibrated on the desk. A known number. Jungkook frowned and almost ignored it. Almost. He picked it up. Yes. Familiar voice answered lazily. Miss me already, Mr. John? Jungkook shot at it instantly. Why do you have this number? I never deleted it. Silence. Of course he didn't. What do you want, Thong? Jungkook asked flatly. On the other end, Thong hummed softly. Jungkook could hear the faint background noises. Clicking cutlery. Are you eating? Jungkook asked before he could stop himself. Yes. Crunch. Loudly, deliberately. Jungkook closed his eyes. Are you chewing directly into the phone on purpose? Another exaggerated crunch. Maybe. Kim Thong. Yes, husband. Buzz. Oh, ex-husband. Jungkook closed his eyes shut, gripping the edge of the desk. What do you want? I am reviewing the revised timeline you sent. Thong said casually, sir. Jungkook eyes twitched. Are you eating noodles? Ramen? Of course you are. You used to love when I made it. I like it the food, not the noise. Another loud bite. Why are you calling? Jungkook repeated, patience thinning. Because you cut 3 weeks off the campaign lunch. It's unrealistic. It's efficient. It's rushed. It's discipline. They both went quiet. Then Thong sighed dramatically. You are doing it again. Doing what? Controlling everything? Jungkook leaned forward. It's called managing. No, Thong replied calmly. It's called not trusting anyone else's peace. That hit Jungkook's voice cold. This is business. You say this like we didn't build half of this company's aesthetic together? Another bite. Shun. Jungkook snapped. Can you stop chewing like that? Thong laughed, a real laugh. It echoed faintly through the speaker. You are so easy to annoy. I am not. You absolutely are. Jungkook stood up and started pacing. I have work to do. So do I. Then why are you calling to eat into my ears? Because, Thong said lightly, I wanted to see how long it will take before you lost your temper. Jungkook stopped pacing. You called me? Taste me? Yes. Why? There was a brief pause. Because you didn't lose it in the hallway? Jungkook says startled. I almost fell. Thong continued quietly. You didn't hesitate. Jungkook was dropped. You could have gotten hurt. Another pause, this one heavier. Then Thong broke it deliberately. So, are you still staring at the skyline like you used to when you are stressed? Jungkook froze. How do you You go quiet. That means you are looking out of the window. Silence. He was. Why are you doing this? Shankuk asked, frustration seeping into his tone. Doing what? Getting in my head? A soft exhale came through the phone. Maybe I never left it. Tong's breath caught. He didn't respond. So Tong switched back to teasing. Also, your tie was crooked today. It was not. It was. You are lying. You were frustrated. I was not frustrated. You stared at me for 12 seconds. It was 3. Tong burst out laughing again. You counted? Shankuk realized it. Too late. Shut up. Tong's voice softened slightly. You stay here. Shankuk turned it guarded instantly. This is a contract, Tong. Don't confuse it. I'm not confused. Tong replied gently. Silence lingered. Then, by the way, Tong added casually, surprising again just to provoke him. You look good in grey. Shankuk heartbeat betrayed him. I always have. I know. Click. The call ended. Jungkook stared at his phone, then at his skyline, then back at the phone. Disaster. He muttered again, but this time there was a faint smile on his lips. The city lights were glowing. Then Jungkook stood outside the company. Tong stretched his arms above his head. Finally, my brain is fried. Jungkook locked the office door behind them. You are Rabo? On leave. Tong checked his watch. I'll book a cab. No, Shaku said immediately. I will drop you. Tong looked at him slowly. Oh, a teasing smile covered on his lip. Are you worried about me? Jungkook scoffed. Don't flatter yourself. Then why? It's late. So? So I'm dropping you. Tong tilted his head. Why? Do you want to know where I'm staying? Jungkook crossed his arms. I have zero interest. Then I will just go myself. No. Tong blinked. You are troubling yourself. I am being practical. Sure you are. Tong rolled out his phone dramatically. Fine, let me book the cab. Before he could tap the screen, Jungkook snatched his phone, and in one step motion, he tossed it toward the back seat of his own car, parked nearby. The phone hit the seat and slid down on the floor. Tong gasped like someone had just declared a war. Jiwon Jungkook! People on the sidewalk turned to look. Tong rushed toward the car. My phone! It's fine, Jungkook said calmly. I threw it inside the car. You what? The small crowd was definitely staring now. Tong dramatically clutched his chest. He is attacking my property. Jungkook panicked, pinches the bruise of his nose. Stop yelling. I will not stop yelling. That phone cost. Before Tong could continue his public performance, Jungkook stepped forward and calmly clasped his hand over Tong's mouth just to shut him up. Tong's eyes widened. The crowd gasped louder. This absolutely did not look good. Stop screaming. Jungkook muttered through clenched teeth. Tong beat his palm lightly in struggle. Jungkook, he said, and immediately pulled his hand back. You just beat me? You covered my mouth. You were being dramatic. You threw my phone. It's in card. People were definitely recording now. Jungkook looked around. Regret. Instant regret. Get in the car. He muttered. No. Tong. No means no. Jungkook stepped closer and lowered his voice. If you don't get in, tomorrow's headline will read CEO kidnaps business partner over taxi dispute. Tong gasped. That did not sound bad. Jungkook opened the passenger door and gestured. Get in. Tong glares at him, then dramatically flipped his ear and stopped toward the car. Fine. But if my phone has a scratch, it doesn't. You don't know that. I do. How? Because I didn't throw it at the road like a psychopath. Tong slid into the passenger seat, still fuming. Jungkook walked around to the driver's side. As soon as he got in, Tong leaned over the center console and grabbed his phone from the floor. He inspected it carefully. It's fine. I told you. Tong narrowed his eyes. You are playing for emotional damage. Jungkook started the engine. Send me the invoice. Halfway through the drive, the first drop hit the windshield, then another. Then the sky opened. Rain poured down in heavy sheet, blurring the city light into watercolor strokes. Dong had turned it instantly toward the window, and Jungkook saw it. That look, the same one from years ago. Dong rolled the window down slightly despite Jungkook's imminent protest. Hey, but it was too late. Dong extended his hand out into the air. Cold droplets hit his skin. His eyes lit up, actually lit up. Jungkook, he said softly, almost breathless. Stop the car. Jungkook sighed. He already knew. Of course, he knew. The road ahead was nearly empty, just lined with straight and glowing street lamp. He stopped the car before the engine even fully settled. Dong was out. The rain soaked him within a second. He stood there in the middle of the empty road, arms stretched wide, face lifted toward the sky, like he was greeting an old friend. Jungkook stayed inside at first, watching. Dong's phone slowly laughing, actually laughing, not the teasing, sharp, controlled laugh he used in the meeting. This was different, free, unfiltered. Rain clung to his hair, sticking his shirt against his skin. He looked unreal under the street light. Dong turned it toward the car suddenly. Play music, he shouted. Shaku stood, shook his head in disbelief, but he reached for the screen anyway. A familiar song filled the car. He pushed both doors open so the sound could spill out into the rain. Dong smiled widened, and then he started dancing. His feet flashed the puddle, his arm cut through the air. He twirled, slipping slightly, laughed at himself, and kept going. Shanku stepped out slowly. Rain hit him instantly, cold. He didn't care. He leaned back against the car, arms crossed loosely, watching, just watching. Dong didn't dance for an audience. He danced like the rain belonged to him, like the world didn't exist, like there was no past, no tension, no pride. At the one point, Dong closed his eyes and swooned again, arms wide. Jungkook started because this was the Dong he remembered. The one who would drag him out during sudden showers. The one who would say, rain makes everything honest. Dong suddenly grabbed Jungkook's wrist, pulled him forward. Come here. I'm fine. Too late. Dong tugged him into the puddle, middle of the road. Rain poured over both of them now. You are insane. Jungkook muttered. You love it. I don't. You do? Dong stepped closer. Water ran down his face, along his jaw. His shirt clung to him. His hair was dripping into his eyes and wet. He was smiling like a child. Where are you looking at me like that? Dong asked softly. Jungkook didn't realize he was staring. I'm not. You are? The music quite faintly from the car. Rain fell harder. For a second, neither of them moved. Dong's expression softened. Still hate the rain? He asked quietly. Jungkook swallowed. I never hated it. Then why did you always pretend to? Because you loved it more than anything. Dong blinked. Jungkook looked away first. Dong smiled softly, and without warning, he grabbed Jungkook's hand and lifted them outward. Then feel it, he whispered. Rain soaked through Jungkook's shirt completely now. Cold water slid down his neck. Jungkook stepped back and spun again. Jungkook found himself smiling, actually smiling. Dong was still standing in the middle of the road, head tilted back, eyes closed. Rain poured over him like he belonged to it. Music echoed from the open car. Jungkook was watching him, not even pretending not to anymore. Then headlights, bright, fast, coming from ahead. Jungkook's expression changed instantly. Dong. But Dong didn't hear. He was spinning again, laughing, completely unaware. The car was closer now, too close. Jungkook didn't think. He moved fast. He rushed forward, grabbed Dong firmly by his waist, and pulled him toward himself in one swift motion. Jungkook stumbled. The word tilted, and suddenly he was pressed against Jungkook's chest. The other car whooshed past them, tires hissing against the road. Silence followed, except for the rain. Dong's hand was fisted in Jungkook's shirt. Jungkook's arm was wrapped tightly around Dong's waist, too tight, like he was afraid to let go. For a second, neither of them moved. Rain soaked through both of them completely. Dong slowly opened his eyes. They were inches apart, inches. Jungkook's breath was uneven. Are you insane? He muttered, voice low and shaking slightly. Dong blinked up at him. You yelled. There was a car. Oh, oh, Jungkook repeated, disbelief mixing with lingering underline. You could have. He stopped because Taeyong's finger tightened slightly in his shirt because they were still so close. Because Jungkook hadn't let go. Rain traced down Taeyong's face along the bridge of his nose to his lip. Jungkook's eyes dropped just for a second. Taeyong noticed it. A slow, teasing smile almost appeared, but he softened it instantly. You bullied me? Taeyong said quietly. Jungkook's jaw declined. Obviously, you were worried. I wasn't. You were. Therefore, it touched now, not intentionally, just gravity. Jungkook's hand, still at Taeyong's waist, shifted slightly. Taeyong inhaled. Their noses brushed. Barely. Both of them froze. The distance between their lips, almost nothing. Jungkook could feel Taeyong's breath against his skin. Taeyong gazed up it to Jungkook's mouth this time, then back to his eyes. Neither stepped back, neither stepped forward. The tension was louder than the rain. Still, hate the rain? Taeyong whispered. Jungkook's voice came out rougher than he intended. No, a bit. Taeyong's lips parted slightly. Jungkook leaned in, just a fraction, just enough for their breaths to mix, just enough that if either one moved it 1 centimeter more, but then Taeyong placed his palm flat against Jungkook's chest, not pushing him away, just resting there, feeling his heartbeat. It was fast, very fast. You are shaking, Taeyong muttered. You almost got hit by the car. And Taeyong, Jungkook swallowed. And I didn't like it. Something shifted in Taeyong's expression, less teasing, more real. Rain kept falling. The word face suspended. Finally, Jungkook exhaled slowly and rested his forehead gently against Taeyong's. Just for a moment, just enough to steady himself. Don't stand in the middle of the road, he said quietly. Taeyong smiled softly. Then don't stop pulling me close. And this time, neither of them let go immediately.